Hi everyone. Do you consider yourself a intraday trader, a day trader? I hope so. It can be very rewarding, very empowering. Do you have a discipline? Are you listening to CNBC? Are you trying to make sense of Bollinger Bands and this average, that average, and volume and all that other nonsense that doesn't work? Let me show you something, folks. This is our proprietary tool that we have a number of these. This is called the Pebble Beach and the Pebble Beach 3.0. We've had this for years. We've just updated it with a whole bunch of new features to it, mostly internal to the algorithm. But it's fantastic and it runs on a daily basis. Although it's an intraday trading system, and it's like, why would we have a daily? Well, what we prefer to do is we do know that larger time frames have a much more significant impact. So rather than trading a 15-minute chart on a signal of this or that and keeping it for 2 or 3 hours and getting into trouble, the next thing you know, you're keeping it for 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks, we want a daily signal, and then we want to hit that daily signal and try to be out of it that day. But how do you do that? Well, you got to have a discipline, and let me just show you now. This is, oops, bear with me here. Okay, this is what we call the Pebble Beach, and we get these Pebble Beach buys and sells. And let me just show you this. Here's a Pebble Beach. This Pebble Beach buy. This is right now. We got to get the intraday time working right. It's just giving the daily at the end of the day. But the reality of it is, this trade went off at a price of 43.83, and if you were trading 100 shares, you'd be up $75. And let's look at that trade. Not a bad little trade. You could have got in it at 43. What did we say? 43.83. Right in here. Not bad. How about NLink? Doesn't look too bad. How about, oh, this one, Shield? It's up 10% today. 10%. Not a bad little trade. How about this short? Okay, this one's just getting underway. Notice too, by the way, this is up 75, this is up 10, this is just up 3, but that's just, these are very highly liquid stocks, $2 stock, 100 shares, you maybe want to put in 1,000 or 5,000. So, but let's look at this one here, IGO. Not a bad little trade. How about APD? This one is up, it's a $100 stock, so it's up 235. Look at this one. It's crapping out right now. You can move on that, but we got it up in here. How about Boeing? Look at that. Boeing went off at 368.80. 100 shares, you'd be up $250. Imagine if you had that to get an option on it. How about Cliff? Look at that one. That's a beauty, huh? Imagine the kind of damage you could do with this, with options. Look at them all. These just come up to us all day long. Let's make sure we get the right. Yeah, let's. They can. I want to get the dates. There we go. We want just the ones for today. So here are all, because it's a 3-day signal and they can populate, but I prefer to use just today. So this the 13th. So this is a sell. This one's up. This is another sell. This APD's up nicely. Boeing's up nicely. Cliff, Clovis. Here was a buy. Here was a sell. Look at these. KBH gave a sell. Now again, this is 6%, 100 shares, at $26. But option. Think about the option. How about this one here? How about Macy's here? Look at that PB sell today. That's a big move here. Look at this. NLink a buy. OAS, his 1%. They're all in the money. This is what we do day in and day out. If you were a member of Stock Market Caddy, you would get these signals the night before. Every night. But just, well, our membership monthly to get that nightly setups, and we give much, much more than this, much, much more, is just $99. If you want to become a level 2 member and you have TradeStation, our level 2 members get a ton of stuff. They get all our strategies, all our indicators, and they get this. This in and of itself. We had one member pick up Baidu 2-3 weeks ago and make 20 grand. 20 grand. I'm Bagging On at StockMarketCaddy.com. If you want to chat with me, I'm a real person. I'm not a broker. I'm not a broker. It's my wife and I. We've been trading and doing this for years. People are just now, getting into this and that. There's not, also too, there is not a one simple holy grail. But this is a beautiful step. Now the bankers are going to hate you. They're going to hate me. They don't want us doing this. Screw the bankers. I'm Bagging On at Stock Market Caddy. Feel free. If you'd like to chat about the markets, you like to chat about what we do, we can actually give Wednesdays, except today. We had to cut short this morning because it is a Fed day. We give a demo of our intraday swing machine too. But this is not the swing machine. This is the Pebble Beach. And why do we call it the Pebble Beach? Because it's beautiful. If you've never played golf at Pebble Beach, it is gorgeous.